Have you ever questioned the reality of your surroundings? What if the world you perceive is nothing but an elaborate illusion, woven by a deity with the mastery of the unseen? Today, we embark on a mystical voyage into the ancient realm of Amunet, the Egyptian goddess of mirages and illusions, whose powers challenge the very fabric of perception. In the vast pantheon of Egyptian deities, Amunet holds a unique and enigmatic position. Known as the Hidden One, she is a goddess cloaked in mystery, presiding over the unseen and the unknown. Her realm is not one of tangible elements but of the air itself, and of the illusions that arise in the swirling desert sands and the whispers of the wind. The dominion of Amunet is a realm where the ground beneath might shift without warning, where mirages of water appear tantalizingly on the horizon only to dissolve upon approach. Here, the air you breathe might be filled with visions, and the voices carried by the wind might whisper secrets meant only for those who dare to listen closely. Amunet's influence was profound, touching every aspect of life from the highest pharaohs to the common folk. Her role was to guide the souls in understanding that what they see might not be the whole truth, urging them to seek wisdom beyond the material world. Her worship emphasized the importance of inner knowledge and the quest for truths hidden behind the veils of reality. Throughout history, Amunet has inspired countless works of art and literature, her figure often enveloped in an aura of mystery and depicted as a conduit between the mortal world and the hidden spiritual realms. Her portrayals in temples and tombs often show her with a veil, symbolizing her role as a protector of secret knowledge and the mysteries of the afterlife. Into this world of myths and hidden truths, we introduce Kaleb, a young farmer whose life was as ordinary as any in his small Nile village. But beneath his simple existence, Kaleb harbored a deep curiosity about the world beyond his fields. It was this trait that drew the attention of Amunet, who saw in him the potential to navigate the complex labyrinths of reality and illusion. Amunet first appeared to Kaleb in a vision that transformed the night sky into a canvas of cosmic activity. The stars seemed to dance at her command, arranging themselves into symbols and signs that only Kaleb could interpret. Her voice, like the softest whisper of the desert wind, called to him, setting him on a path that would challenge every belief he held dear. Compelled by the vision, Kaleb left his village under the cover of darkness, his heart both heavy with the separation from his familiar life and light with the anticipation of the unknown. As he ventured into the desert, the landscape around him began to alter subtly at first, then more dramatically. The familiar paths disappeared, replaced by shifting sands that seemed to flow like rivers at his feet. His first test came when a beautiful oasis appeared miraculously before him. Palm trees swayed, and water glistened under the sun, beckoning Kaleb with the promise of respite from his arduous journey. Yet, as he neared, reaching out to touch the cool water, it dissipated into hot sand, slipping through his fingers, teaching him his first cruel lesson on the nature of illusions. Deeper in the desert, Kaleb came upon an ancient sphinx, its majestic form carved from a single, massive stone, sitting at the entrance of a narrow gorge. The sphinx spoke in riddles, each a puzzle that delved into the mysteries of life and death, truth and deceit. Kaleb's answers would determine his worthiness to continue on his quest. Guided by Amunet's whispers, Kaleb next found himself before a vast labyrinth constructed not of stone but of mirrors. Each reflection showed not just his physical form but glimpses of his past, possible futures, and what might have been. Navigating this maze required Kaleb to confront and reconcile various aspects of his life, accepting some truths and rejecting others. In the heart of the desert lay the Desert of Shadows, a place where the sun blazed above but provided no illumination. Here, shadows took physical form, each representing Kaleb's deepest fears and darkest thoughts. To move forward, he had to literally confront and dispel these shadows, each encounter teaching him about his inner strength and the power of facing one's fears directly. Next, Kaleb reached the River of Forgetfulness, its waters cool and inviting, flowing across the desert sands with a promise of relief from the burdens of consciousness. Drinking from the river would erase his memories of the journey and the pains it entailed, offering him a return to ignorance and bliss. But Kaleb knew that to accept such an offer would mean failing his divine test. Choosing to retain his memories and learn from them, Kaleb was led to the Garden of Eternal Spring, an Edenic paradise hidden within the desert's heart. Here, the air was fragrant with blossoms, and trees bore fruits of gold and silver. This verdant oasis was not an illusion but a reward for those who persevered, a glimpse of the beauty and peace that truth can bring. As Kaleb enjoyed the serenity of the garden, he was visited by Anubis, the jackal-headed god of mummification and the afterlife. Anubis approached silently, his presence commanding yet not threatening. He presented Kaleb with the scales of Mont, upon which he must weigh his heart against a feather to determine his truthfulness and purity. This trial was not just about honesty, but about the balance Kaleb had achieved between his desires and his duties. Emerging from the garden, Kaleb found himself before the gates of a magnificent city made entirely of gold. The streets shimmered under the sun, and voices called to him promising eternal wealth and glory. Yet, Kaleb, now wise to the tricks of illusions, recognized this as his final test. He understood that such material wealth was fleeting, and that true riches lay in the wisdom and experience he had gained. After turning away from the Golden City, Kaleb was enveloped in a blinding light. As his eyes adjusted, Amunet appeared before him, not as an apparition but in full splendor. She praised his decisions and insights, explaining that each challenge was designed not to deceive but to enlighten, to peel away the layers of superficiality and reveal the core of true understanding. With Amunet's blessings, Kaleb felt a profound shift within himself. He was no longer the simple farmer who had set out on this journey. He was now a sage, endowed with deep wisdom and insights about the nature of reality and illusion. Amunet entrusted him with the mission to return to his people and share the truths he had uncovered, to teach them to see beyond the illusions of their own lives. Upon his return, Kaleb was greeted not just as a friend and neighbor, but as a wise man touched by the divine. People gathered from far and wide to hear his stories and learn from his experiences. Kaleb taught them about the illusions that cloud judgment and the importance of seeking deeper truths. His teachings would sow the seeds of wisdom that would grow and flourish in the hearts of all who listened. As years passed, Kaleb's wisdom became integral to the village's culture. His journey inspired others to embark on their own quests for truth. Statues and murals depicting his trials and lessons adorned the village, serving as reminders of the virtues of insight, courage, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Kaleb's legacy was not just in the stories he told, but in the lasting impact he had on the hearts and minds of his people. Though Kaleb's physical journey had ended, Amunet's watch over him and his teachings continued. From the realm of God, she observed how Kaleb's wisdom spread, pleased that the seeds she had planted through him flourished into a garden of enlightened souls. Her presence remained in the whispers of the wind and in the mirages on the horizon, a constant reminder of the fine line between reality and illusion. Through the lens of Amunet's teachings, may we all find the courage to question, to see beyond the illusions, and to understand the deeper truths of our existence. Thank you for watching this journey into the heart of mystery and enlightenment. Please remember to subscribe to the channel for more tales of gods, heroes, and the eternal quest for wisdom.